Hello, hello. Today is a magical day because we are having our first snow of the season and it is so beautiful. A snowplow truck just went by. I'm going to take you and I'm going to show you what it's looking like, but it's pouring the snow. It has not stopped at all. And our driveway is crazy. And then this road that we live on, it's a ridge, so it goes completely uphill. I've been on the phone with my mom and she left work and she's in a small car, so she's gonna call me when she gets to town and keep me on speaker to go up the hill. So thank God they just did the snow plow. So hopefully she'll have a good chance of making it. But let me show you what's going on. I just made the dogs some food. I put some good hot gravy on it. It's been cooling off, so I guess we're ready to go ahead and feed them. They're kind of getting a late breakfast this morning, but... Hi, babies. What do you think about the snow? What are you thinking about the snow, huh? Hold on, I'll get yours in just a minute. So here's one, and then don't know what to do about that situation. I'll explain it to you. Let me grab the other plate. Hey, here's the other one. Who wants this one? You want this one? You put that right here. Ooh, that cooked gravy. Yum, yum. Okay, so first of all, we've got Mama, and she has 3 babies. And then this one rooster. So all of these animals actually belong to my next door neighbor. I just feed them. I put them some feed underneath the truck there. And Mama is doing a great job. She's kept all 3 of those babies alive, and even in this weather. So I've tried putting a cage for her to get in. She won't go in that cage, but there is a little barn slash shed that she's been getting in, so she's doing okay. These guys, they showed up one day and they never left. They were just such itty bitty little babies. I'll insert a picture of them. We actually, so we had a third one, a little girl, and she's gone to another home. It's a big story. I miss her dearly, but anyways, let me take you to the front so you can see how much snow that we've got. Okay. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. That's the little shed slash barn that she's been staying in. And she's doing okay. But that is our driveway. It's just completely downhill. We've got some big trucks going by. Like I said, the snow plow just come through, so hopefully my mom will make it. To be determined. We'll find out. I have to get the plates right away. And I put a big mattress pad down, and there's 4 blankets here, which those kinds of dogs, they really don't get cold. They've got a second layer of hair. So if you don't grab the plates though right away, the little boogers will take it. Look at them over there fighting over that plate. What are you boys doing? This is girl. I named her Little. And that's my papa. That's my papa. Hi, Eunice. You enjoying the snow? They're 8 months old, so this is their first time ever seeing snow. There's a piece of the plate, but I will pick that up here in a minute. But it's magical. My mom should be getting close, so let me call and check on her and see if she's gonna be able to make it. If not, my husband, I've already called him. He's at work. He's on standby. He may have to help her out. So, yeah. What do you think about the snow, Rooster? Babs? Give me that plate. Hopefully those roosters will be okay. My next door neighbor, he has probably like 200, 250 roosters. So some of them just run loose and they just stay here and I just feed them. And they brought so much joy to my life. So I don't know if I could just like catch them and put them in a cage with some hay or something, but they probably won't stay because we tried that with the mama and she refused to go in that cage, which kind of makes sense because, you know, they like to be in the trees at night, so predators can't get them, because if it's a one-way in and something comes in to get them, then they have nowhere to go. They're trapped. So I don't know. I might text my neighbor and see if there's anything that we can do about the chickens and roosters. My hair's wet, but yes, let me call Mom. Let me find out what's going on. Mom didn't answer, and I will be darned if the dogs aren't standing in the middle of the road. Let me get some clothes on. So that is part of the reason why the dogs are going to new homes, is because they stay in the road. And we have 28 acres on top of the mountain, so they may end up going to live there unless, you know, they can find a really, really good home. But yeah, our next door neighbor, he's already gave one of them away, which I knew that they weren't my dogs, and I just decided that I was gonna love them while I had them. But we have grown fond of them, and we are attached to them, so I don't know. I have cried when the little girl was missing, but yeah, Mom did not answer. There's a car going by. Nobody's gonna be able to stop because there's snow on the ground and they're gonna lose traction. So I gotta get a coat on and get out here. And oh boy, all bundled up. All right. Now where are these little boogers at? And where is my mom at? Well, there's Little, but Bubba's across the road. Good girl, good girl. I gotta go get your brother. Bubba! It's ridiculous. Well, these cars are making it okay. It's when you get up here and it gets really curvy and even more at an elevation that it really becomes an issue. But there's a curve right down here where, oh goodness, drop off, that even when it rains, you can guarantee there's going to be a wreck because this curve is just sharp. Bubba, get up here. Get up here. Bad. Come on. Get up here. Bubba, come on. Come on. Hurry up. Come on. Come on, hurry. Get up here, out of the road. Come on. Come on. You can't be in the road. We've had this talk. It's too dangerous. People can't slow down and stop for you. They gotta keep going, okay? Don't be in the road. Be a good boy for me, okay? Can you be a good boy? Can you? Can you be a good boy? There's my little biddle. And there's our house. That's where we're still living. Our little 600 and just a little over 600 square feet house. All right, I still haven't seen Mom come by. Okay, a car just went by. I really need to get a hold of Mom to see what's going on. Oh Lord, please be with her and keep her safe. That's the only bad part about the snow. Like if you're at home, you know, it's fine, but if you got people that you love being out on the road, or just anybody in general, you know, you just worry about their safety. So we just pray that they're okay. But let me try to call her again. You can't be mad at the little boogers. Just look at them. 8 months old. That's our neighbor's house up here, which is really close. There's also a road in that comes through right there. Still no answer from Mom. I've called 3 more times. I told her to call me when she got to town and leave me on speakerphone in her car so I could talk to her while she was driving. So, finally got a hold of Mom, and she made it home. She talked to me the whole way up the hill. I actually, for her to get home, she just to drive right by our house, because our property where we cleared the mobile home, if you guys remember that, is just at the top of the hill here. We can walk through the woods to get there. So I got me some coffee. I think what I'll do is just let me get myself together, and I haven't even read my Bible this morning, so I need to read my Bible and just get myself together. And I don't know, I had all these plans for today to clean out the pantry. I've got some clothes to go through and this and that, so we'll see what we can get done on this snowy day. I also need to be thinking about supper, so I think I'm gonna get a piece of this what is it, salt pork, because I'm gonna make some green beans, and then I have some pork chops, so that's what we'll do. But I'll let this dethaw. The pork chops are already dethawed, and then we'll have green beans, pork chops, and something else for dinner. Check out these hot sauces. My husband thought they were so cool. Aren't they cute? The little sombrero, the poncho. They're adorable. He's going to take one to work, and he's going to keep one. So I have been doing this devotional day by day with Billy Graham, and today we are on January the 15th. So what I do is I look at my Bible verse, which is Psalm 61:2. So let's go ahead and find that. Bookmark. Okay, Psalm 61:2. And I actually have that highlighted. How about that? So that's the first thing I do, is I will go ahead and I will read it. And it said, "From the ends of the earth, I cry to you for help. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the towering rock of safety." So let's do purple today. So it is January the 15th, and it is Monday. Okay. And it is Psalm 61:2. And then I want to look here because it will put the Bible verse there too. And it says, "When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I." I love it like this more than I love it in the New Living Translation, because this is how I've always heard it in the King James Version. But let's go ahead and write this down. So, from the ends of the earth, I cry to you for help. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the towering rock of safety. My handwriting is not the best because it's just not. All right. So when you become a Christian, it doesn't mean that you will live on a perpetual high. The psalmist David went down to the very depths, and so did the Apostle Paul. But in the midst of all circumstances, God's grace, peace, and joy are there. The tears will still come, the pressures will still be felt, and so will the temptations. But there is a new dimension, a new direction, and a new power in life to face circumstances in which you live. Okay, so we're just going to put some key notes. Okay. Life isn't always a high. There are no exceptions. Everybody will face anything, from David to Paul to me to you. But in the midst of all circumstances, God offers grace, peace, and joy. Let's put grace, peace, and joy in circumstances. Why? Because we have a new dimension, a new direction, and a new power in life to face circumstances in which you live, and that is Jesus, and we can call out to him. So the prayer for the day is David and Paul have given the example of trusting you, Lord, even in the excruciating valleys of life. Like them, I praise you. So I always put just like a little prayer here at the bottom. Help me, Lord, to trust in you, to find joy and meaning in hard times. Thank you for loving me. So then what I like to do is, after I do this, I'll either read a little bit more, like the verses that are around here, but I kind of like to take a minute and just meditate on, what I just read. There aren't any exceptions. We're all going to face hard times in life. There is grace, peace, and joy to be had in the midst of all circumstances. And Lord, just help me to trust in you, put my trust in you. Just like, these people that you've given as an example, Paul and David and so many others in the Bible that put their trust in you. And Lord, I just trust that you have a plan for my life, and that you are truthful, that you are going to work things out for my good, and that you're never going to leave me and you're never going to forsake me. And I find peace in that. Okay, let me get myself ready for the day. My hair is clean. I took a bath last night. I'm going to find something cute but warm and comfortable to wear today. Even though I'm not going anywhere, I still want to, get myself together. And we were supposed to have a termite inspection. I follow up on that today, but I very seriously doubt that they're going to make it. So I don't know. We'll see. But I use for heat protectant this Chi. I've already sprayed it on there, and I like to use an oil. This is a Sunbum. My products do tend to change, but this Chi, it doesn't seem to change at all, just because it smells really good and it works really good. But, so I wanted to talk to you about 2023. So 2023, you know that we had a short time to move, and we moved to a different town and in a house, and we had all kinds of issues with this house. And everything seems to be, straightening out and everything, but we did not get to build a house, and we did not buy a mobile home. None of those plans came to pass. We just don't want to go into a ton of debt, and we want to make the right decision, because we don't want to be in debt for something for the next 30 years, or, and not really enjoy it. So we're just waiting, praying, trusting in the Lord, and just taking it day by day. We still just don't know exactly what we're going to do. We did think about the idea of traveling in an RV and taking off, because my husband's like, we don't have to stay here. We can take time, and we can just, move somewhere else for a while. Move to the beach, move just wherever, and see some of the world. So don't know what our plans are, but so that was a struggle, figuring out where we were going to live. My health, it continued to decline. I got put on more and more medication. I got more and more diagnoses, and it's just been a whirlwind on that. My health is just so up and down, and that was a big issue. But also in October, we had just settled in for the night. It was like 8 o'clock at night, and we got a phone call that my mother-in-law had a massive heart attack, and she passed away. That was very traumatic, being at the hospital, seeing her swollen up, and then being there, making the decision to take her off life support. And my husband, he did not want to leave her body in that emergency room by herself. That was really hard for him. I'll cry thinking about it. She was the glue to our family. She was amazing. Life will never be the same without her. But the day that we were having her celebration of life, at the same time, we were going back and forth to the hospital, which is over an hour away, because my grandmother, her health continued to go downhill. And if you remember from the old videos, I showed you pictures of my grandmother. That was my only grandparent that I had left living. It was a big ordeal. There at the end, they found out that she had cancer, the same cancer that my mom has. The same one that they're suspecting and looking after me on as well. But it's such a rare cancer. It's non-small cell and small cell. They really wanted to keep her alive so the cancer doctor could monitor her, because it's such a rare case. It's such an extreme cancer, you know. So my mom's following right in her same footsteps, unfortunately. But anyways, she passed away the day we had celebration of life. So that was a really hard thing, having 2 deaths within 2 weeks, you know. So that was a lot. And you know, just trying to be there for my mom. And then Woody, our dog of 14 years, passed away. Bless his little heart. We miss him. But we ended up having 2 dogs, not just one, but 2 more dogs come into our lives, and they have been such a blessing.
I think her name is Daisy.
And who would have thought, you know? And really think that they saved my mom's life, because my mom grieves really hard, you know? And you know what that's like. If you've ever lost a pet, it's really, really hard. And he was a family pet, and Woody was actually mine. And I moved around a bunch and stuff, so Woody went to live with my mom, and we had a stable home and everything. So he wasn't being drugged from place to place, but the little booger passed away. And then in November, I had another miscarriage. So I have blown up every single time that I have a miscarriage. It takes like 6 months for my hormones in my body to like get back to normal, but I always gain at least 20 pounds, and that's what I've gained this time. So, you know, the end of the year last year, it was hard. It was just so much, you know. And mom, she's got a nodule in her lung and on her breast, and she's already had surgery once to remove the cancer, but the kind of cancer that it is, you can't just isolate it into one spot. It just moves all over the body. I'm continuing to seek help for my health. So that's just it's just been a journey. Also in 2023, I tried to hold down a job. You know, I have always worked since the time I was old enough to work. Just a few months before I turned 16, I got my first job, and I worked in fast food, and I've always had at least one job. A lot of the times I would have 2 jobs. I'd work on the weekend. I just really enjoy working. So anyways, I tried to work, and because of my health, it being so up and down and so unpredictable, and because of my lower back, oh my goodness, that was so hard. You know, taking a new job and then leaving a new job, because I couldn't do it. You know, I can't sit for 8 hours, and I can't stand for 8 hours. It's just, it's a whole thing. So, but you know, we're going to trust in the Lord. If anything, you know, in 2023, I learned that, you know, everything is so uncertain. You cannot put your trust in anything except for your Lord Jesus Christ. That relationship, His love, is unwavering, and it never changes, and it's steadfast, and we can trust in that. if you have nothing else, you have Jesus. And during those times, it really it has tested my faith to a great extent. But at the same time, I think that's great because these things that you've done in routine and stuff like that, all of a sudden you're questioning it. You're like, what do I actually believe? Why do I do the things that I do? It'll strengthen your faith in a great way. So I know that hard times are not going to last forever, but I will tell you that if you've never experienced going through a miscarriage, let alone multiple miscarriages, it's huge. It really takes a toll on your mental health. It hurts your soul. It hurts your body. It's definitely one of the hardest things that I have ever been through. It's so much. So, anyways, that is an update. My mental health just went berserk. I wasn't thinking right. I wasn't in a good place. And then after my YouTube channel got hacked and stuff like that, I just I gave up. And I took a break from everything. I have not been watching anybody's videos or commenting or anything like that. I just took a total break from all social media, and I just sought the Lord, and I've just been working on myself. But I'm starting to come alive, and I got up this morning with just a desire to connect with you and make a video. My mother's calling. Hold on. So I'm not going to change because I've got my fleece line like snow pants on, and I think my mom and dad are actually going to come to town, and if they do, I'm going to walk to the bottom of the driveway and I'm going to go with them. And I will say one more thing about 2023. It has absolutely tested my marriage as well. My husband is a veteran. He has been to combat many times, and he's a very unique individual, and he has his own challenges and his own struggles and things too. So, my marriage has been tested, but we are closer than ever. We don't fuss or fight, or anything like that. I mean, he is just truly my best friend. So, but that was definitely a struggle. There was a lot of tears cried, and that's just being really honest. But if you're in a relationship with anybody, you just understand things are not always hunky-dory and they're not always perfect, obviously. But I have decided that if I do make videos and come back to YouTube, that I'm not going to do a whole lot of editing. I watched this one channel, Life with Anthony, and he just doesn't do a whole lot of editing. He just talks like this, and I enjoy that so much. So that would be the style of videos. I'm not going to try to over edit and stress myself out over any of that. We're just going to go with it. But that is all. I just wanted to kind of give you an update, pop in, say hello, and we will just see what 2024 has in store for us. But anyways, I hope that you are doing well. Love you guys, and maybe I'll see you soon.